brothers and sisters. Wamshi. But today we have a Chicago legend, my brother, literally with me since day one. Helped me navigate through the harsh jungles of Chicago. He was there every step of the way. Just very pivotal in his growth. I need y'all to hear his testimony. And I can bear witness to the growth, you all. So there's no excuse, like I say, for no one that they can't grow. But without further ado, my brother, Mr. George, Phantom Faro, Stewart, Wamshi, man. Welcome, man.
Thanks,
hey,
Luke.
What's up, man? You a blessing, man. In the legend. How's the family? First and foremost.
I'm humble, man. Thanks for having me on. Everybody's doing well. Everybody's doing well.
Hey, come on, man. Let's go. Let's go. This is a part of your organization as well. You know what I'm saying? So we've been through years of this. But yeah, man, you coming on here, first of all, it takes a lot of courage to come on anywhere to give, any part of your testimony or just yourself or any, you know what I mean? Story that you want to reflect to help people. But if you just get a quick synopsis of where we come from, where you came from, let's go, man. The floor is yours.
All right. For those who know me or those who don't know me, I'm George Stewart. I grew up in Chicago. It was, at the time, it was the 90s, late 80s, 90s, and it was like gang activity. It was like broken homes. So many different perspectives for a young person to absorb all of this information. Everything was just coming at you rapid, quickly. You had to make quick decisions, and you had to learn very quick, and then you had to learn from other people's mistakes. But
we know about that part.
Man, I'm talking about it, but it was exciting.
Right. Yeah.
For the average person who never been around this environment, it's exciting because the adrenaline rush, you became a junkie just from the adrenaline rush, going to see what's happening. And at times, our parents didn't want us to go out there,
Yeah.
It was that crazy. You had somebody who approach you. I'm 9 years old, and I got a little fitted hat on. It's it's kind of like
you remember the days like, hey, wow,
I got a little hat on. It's it might be tilted slightly. And then I got 25-year-old, 30-year-old guys asking me what gang I'm in at 9 years old. And I had to tell them I wasn't in a gang. And then they would send me to 3 to 4 to 5 other people to give my statement to them that I'm not in the gang, to clear away, because of the drug activities were so high. Even little kids were walking around with guns and bags of dope and cocaine. So this is the environment that we were in. South Side Chicago, North Side Chicago, West Side Chicago, just Chicago, period.
Chicago, man, the people don't get it. It's a different world.
I know.
It's a different world, And first and foremost, I was just so excited to have you on here. I got to say, dear Heavenly Father, we approach your throne with a sense of gratitude.
Yes.
Thank you for this platform. Thank you for everything. Put a hedge of protection over his testimony, over our words that's going to happen today. We're just so grateful, and we just thank you. But we're thankful for the most powerful gift that you ever gave us. It's your son, Yeshua, also known as Jesus Christ, by way of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Wamshi. All right. Yeah, I was just so excited to have my brother on. Let's get to it. I should have prayed us in, but no, brother, you absolutely correct. People wouldn't even be able to comprehend or fathom the level, how fast you got to mature. Like you said, remember they used to run up on us. They didn't care. They don't care. If you got your hat turned, fair game. You getting clapped out like everybody else.
Yeah, you unfamiliar. They don't know you. They got questions, and they ready to address it before they even have the questions. And I remember it was plenty of times where this is the lingo. Hey Joe, ain't that him?
Hey Joe.
Mistaken identity. You could get beat up. You can get murdered for mistaken identity. Ain't that old boy? So we were in, and then our own little small community we were growing up in, and people started to branch out into gangs because it was uptown Chicago. It was an amazing place. It had all of these different stores, restaurants, the train right there, the lake right there. So you had all of this, the traffic, the Lakeshore Drive right there. Marine Drive, Crooked Hill.
Real rich real estate. The real estate there is crazy.
Wealthy,
Yeah.
wealthy. But the people themselves obtained no wealth, taxed to death. So you had to struggle, you had to hustle, you had to bubble juggle.
And then we was watching everybody else eat good.
Yeah.
That's when we was like, we're done. We're done.
It's
That's
time to
when
get a
we're
piece.
like,
It's time to get a piece.
Yeah.
So the gang, there's a lot of gangs involved in them in those areas because of the money factor. So you had so many different branches of vice lords, so many different branches of gangsters, gangster disciples. You had so many different cliques within those gangs themselves. So it was organized, but it wasn't organized, and it was together, but it was conflict. And then some family members were in opposite gangs, and they would even get into it in their own household, and their mom had to start kicking people out of their household. So it was crazy. I grew up with my father was absent out of the picture because of his gang activity growing up, being born in Cabrini Green, and him having to fight and him having to deliver at a level where he had to be in this gang at a level because of his associate with my uncle. My uncle ran the projects. So every time you see him, they identified him with my uncle. So he
had to keep up.
He had to keep it up.
Must love the uncle and pops too, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know. He's spitting facts. Y'all don't get it.
Yeah. So and then I had a little background because I moved from Chicago to Mississippi, where I got the best of both worlds. I got the country, super country life. You can watch grass grow, and then the Chicago fast pace where you couldn't even keep up with a New York minute. So
exactly.
That was a culture shock. Me even moving back. That was a big culture shock.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's why I don't get personally why these children who can have anything they want. They live a privileged life. They got both parents. They can be doctors, lawyers. They can be teachers, but they want to come to the hood. We trying to get out, and they want to come from the burbs and come into this. So they want the culture shock. I never seen somebody.
So what I literally just heard this before I even got on. I was listening to Instagram, and this woman said that Black people make poverty look so good that it intrigues others. It is like we make it look fun, but we just surviving. We don't want to be in this. We want better.
We turning lemons to lemonade.
Yeah, exactly. And then they like, man, that's the best lemonade they ever made. That's the best Ragley chicken. I love that chicken. You know what I mean? But we make things look good. We make the best out of what we have. And then we turn it into a art, a beauty. And people get astonished by that. They just like, man, like me and another person from a different culture can have the same J's on, same shoe. We could buy them at the same time. But the way I lace them, the way I pop my strings, the way I drag my pants over the tongue or let the tongue stick out, and then the way I bop with it. You know what I mean? I seen somebody have some J's on and they were touching. Literally both sides of the strings was tight, touching. And I'm like, yo, they ain't rocking it right. You know what I mean?
They ain't rocking it right.
Fam ain't doing it right, man. Just give them up, man. No, look, go get you some Converse. Go get you some Converse or something like that. Go some running shoes. You know? Some Asics or something, fam. You ain't rocking it right. You ain't fitting the culture status. You know what I mean?
So man, you shit. Oh no! And how you gonna get the fat laces and put them regular?
Yeah,
but you get the fat laces and tie them like regular laces.
Nah, you gonna put them in a little bow tie and stuff. You know what I mean? Nah, look, we had them going. We had the shoe coming in and then going in. So we didn't have to lace them. We didn't have to lace. You just slide your foot in that joint and you went in. But you had to walk a certain way.
So they wouldn't flip in the back.
Yep, the back wouldn't flop. So you know what I mean? But we make things look so good and appealing to others. Even the pants sag, what we call A-shirts, wife beaters, you know what I mean, with the chain. Look at DMX. Wife beater, and he had a silver chain. He didn't have a gold chain on. And sometimes he had a dog
The
chain on his
junkyard
neck.
dog chain.
Dog
Remember
chain.
the junkyard dog?
Junkyard dog. Yeah, he made
Junkyard
it look.
dog
That was
chain.
like, you was tough if you had that, man. You was tough.
And got a lock on it just in case you had to take it off
and hit somebody in the head.
Yeah, exactly. So
Get
you're right. You
aggressive.
know what? That was great. I like how the Lord works because you just said you was just drawing off that before you got here, and you know what I'm saying. And I'm just telling you that's a perfect answer. So if everybody hear that, we make poverty look good, even though it's not. It's far from it. It's an illusion, you all. It's horrible.
It's PTSD. You literally are traumatized. You don't want to spend, or you're gonna overspend. You want to hold on to your last little few, or every time you get something in your hand, you're gonna blow it. We haven't been taught to invest in ourselves, in the stock market, and assets. We have not been taught to invest. So I'm big on investments, big on assets that are gonna pay for those things that you want.
Hey, and actually too, we may have something coming up, man, because you need to, if you can, we have something where you can teach, financial literacy. Do you know what I mean? Just at the bank foundational, level, just to get our people going, man. So be looking forward to that, man. I'm gonna holler at you behind the scenes. Let's get something going, man. That'll be a blessing.
I've been already been working on a curriculum for that, the basis of what stocks and commodities and all of these other instruments to park your money there that are gonna pay you. Like right now, the stock market is on sale, the whole stock market on sale. And anything that you thought was popular, that was overinflated, that you feel like you couldn't purchase, right now is a great purchase time because of the tariffs, the scares, the fear. Donald Trump doesn't control the market. The language and the emotion of people control the market. So they get scared and they sell instead of holding on to your assets and then compiling them on. So the compound.
They didn't want to take a chance.
Yeah,
they ain't trying to gamble.
Yep.
They don't want to take a chance. So okay, another question, real fast, since we're on that. Are you familiar? Remember, I think I was asking you because I just heard about a CRA. The CRA, because what's happening is there's a big, it's already started, where all the banks in America are getting sued. Okay, it's a super lawsuit for all the people who've been railroaded by the banks because they're supposed to guarantee 1977. It's called the CRA Act. All right. And with that guarantee for people with low incomes, it guaranteed us a loan. It guaranteed us get our foot in the door. But all the banks ignored it. So now the banks are getting wind of this, so they have to spend the money. So through the CRA, they're going to give it to you. You guaranteed it, you all. It's $20,000.
Wow.
Down payment on your house, and then $5,000 for your closing when it's time for you to close. So go, please check it out. If you have a bank, go check it out. They're not going to tell you, but I promise you, they're going to give you the application when you ask them for it because they have to, and they have to look it up. It's just fantastic. And so they scared now. So all the banks have to give you money, regardless of credit, regardless of what.
You said CRA loan?
Yeah, no, it's just CRA. CRA. It's an act of 1977. Hey, Martina.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Another thing is too, I was hearing things about how anytime the bank uses your money, they should be paying you. They should be paying you if they use anything over $1, they should be paying you interest. So how they were taking the interest from our money and paying us like 1/100th of a penny on the dollar, they should have been giving us a certain amount. It's some 1040 form that you have to claim and then send it, get the bank to sign off on it. Man, there's so much information out here nowadays that we should not be in no financial struggle right now because we're owed a lot of this stuff, and then the truth is coming out. This is the Aquarius age. So we were in the religious age of Pisces where we were like brainwashed, but now we're coming out of that, and now we're starting to learn the internal God that's within instead of looking at some man in the sky hoping that he come down and save us from our stricken brainwashism or all these other isms they use against us.
And I was just talking about telling everybody this is the time to realize, because the Father, Joshua, and the Spirit are in you.
Yeah.
They literally, in this time, it is coming out. But you know what's happening?
What's that?
The background people who ain't got they just live to be living. Like, you know, man, we were talking about, you see the movie, the people in the background.
Yeah.
They just walk past, you see them for a millisecond.
Yeah.
They just here to fill space in.
Extras.
That's the extras. Extras. What's happening is when the real ones, when we start to activate, we're going to make them so upset and so uncomfortable. So people, be ready. Be ready to be hated on more. Be ready just to feel uncomfortable in spaces. And nothing has to happen, but just your energy, you're going to be like, let me hurry up and just move around. Certain people that you're going to start getting distant from because your vibration, they can't hang with it. They can't, it's not coming out of them. The Spirit is not coming out of them. The Father's not coming out of them. They don't put in no work. They don't discipline themselves. They don't sacrifice anything, but yet they want godly results.
Yeah.
See?
And for years, you've been talking about the sun cycle. And I believe that's the time we're going to have to elevate and vibrate at a different frequency, or we're not going to be able to exist on the new plane. Because they talking about it's going to be a split, a division, the great divide.
I already see it.
Yeah.
Did y'all see the thing? Did you see the report on the solar flares?
No.
Yeah, they already been beaten down on us. That's why it's been weird lately. A lot of people, weird sicknesses, ailments. Sometimes some people feel good, some people feel bad. You know what I mean? But then I just saw it make so much sense. They didn't even tell us about this. Some people knew about it. Now they putting it out on YouTube and stuff after it already happened. We had a solar storm that came. That's why a lot of people were seeing a lot of weird stuff posted in the sky and all types of colors and all. We got bombarded, but they don't know what that produces to us. They don't know what that's going to do, but they do know. You have a certain pigmentation or melanin in your skin.
Yeah.
Triggered something. It activated something, because the same melanin that they use in computers and in your phone, we have it in our skin right now. It's the same thing. It's no different. And when I told people to look that up, they didn't believe it, but they like, wow, it's the same melanin. It's no different. They can farm our melanin, and that's all you think your computers. How we think we're talking right now, people, because of melanin. Melanin is in gold, are up running everything. Do you know, you can look it up. They are selling melanin right now, people.
Yeah, I think it's like 400.
It's worth more than gold.
Yeah, it's worth more than gold. Gold right now is like 2,600 an ounce. They talking about it's like the melanin is running like maybe like $4,000 to $5,000 an ounce, and that's why we're hated, we're targeted,
coming up missing.
Yeah, coming up missing. We blackball, and then all of a sudden somebody's popular, and then they get removed, and then these clones are thrown in their place, and you can clearly see that's not the person because of the eye structure, the nose, the jaw. You look at the ears.
Yeah, everything is unnatural. Also want to say this is for educational, entertainment purposes only. I repeat, for educational, entertainment purposes only. All right. But back to the fake people, the clones. Look, back to roasting them. Look, but back to what you were saying.
Listen, but we can get back on the topic of growing up in Chicago. You really had to be a student of the streets. You really had to be a student of the game and people. I got so many of my selling skills and people skills from being on the streets that I could not have received from no school, no job. Nothing in life will prepare you for surviving in an environment that's extremely hostile, cunning, usury. People will use you, and if you look gullible, they looking at you like a lollipop. It's a sweet lick.
They gonna say, hey, it's a lick, Joe.
It's a hit, man. I hit a lick on this dude the other day, and I hit him for 5K, 5 Gs. He'd be like, "How you do that?" He just gave it to me. I asked him for it, but they ain't tell you how he maneuvered you out of it. Like, man, if you give me this $5,000, we're gonna open up this bank account. We're gonna put the $5,000 in the bank account. I got people that's sending me money from overseas or blah blah blah, and then we're gonna have 15K. You take the 10, I'm gonna take the 5, but you got to put the 5 in there. It's so many different scams and schemes in Chicago. Man, listen, you
But
think
that's
y'all
why
thought,
people need to control their greed, because
yeah,
greed will get you dumbed down. Greed,
man,
the greedier you are, the dumber you get, because you get more thirsty.
yeah.
So, somebody probably did, they fell for that.
The logic
You
too.
put the 5 in. You give me
You put the 5 in, you're gonna get 10, but I'm gonna get 5 because it's 15. And then so the slick talk, the silver tongue boy in that ear, all you hearing is what you gonna get. You ain't worried about what he gonna get, but
no doubt.
you know the initial money comes from you. So now you gotta ponder.
Right.
And then now you gotta see this person again, and they gonna get on you. They gonna call you out, man. You still ain't did that, man. You must not want that money, and you hurting. That five starting to dwindle down to 3. So you gonna want to bubble
3,
that up.
yeah, you're gonna have to double that. But that's another story. Look, we ain't gonna get to that. That's for part 2. That's a whole nother. They ain't ready for part 2.
I know.
We just giving the quick intro who you are, but when you come back,
yeah,
we gonna give them the story, like the
storyline.
Yeah.
But we go way back to being on the block and then watch each other on the land.
Yep.
It was people that were plotting to try to hurt and harm you. It was times that you told me that people were out to harm and hurt me or get over on me, because you heard through the grapevine or directly from that person, and they didn't know how close we were. So they could have lost their life instantly just by.
Yeah, but it didn't end well for them anyway. But
no, it didn't. Yeah, it didn't.
You don't mess with my brother, Joe. I told you we loyal around here. We don't play.
But from in '99, when we really became super close, and you exposed me to a lot of information, like valuable information, and then BACATEE from 850. That's the north side of Chicago. There's a building there. It's 850. It's straight community. It's straight community. And it's supposed to be neutral land, but things have happened over there. It's supposed to be because it's gangs on the south end of that and the north end of that, and they're oppositions.
And we was in the middle.
And right in the middle of it.
Right, 850, we right in the middle.
Yeah, and then the grammar school is right next to the building.
All right. Let's go.
A lot of us went to that Arrive.
Yes, we did.
AKA Uplift, AKA whatever it is called right now.
Hey, I was House 1, second floor. Y'all know what I'm talking about. House 1, second floor.
I was house 1 and house 3. So you know what I mean?
Yeah. We used to be beefing though.
Yeah,
remember we used to be yeah, we was House 1 versus House 2. Y'all know when we talk about Chicago.
Listen, you from the side and you went to a ride, you already know if you in a different house and y'all see each other in the locker room, it's finna go down. Somebody's finna get stole on. Somebody's finna get hemmed up with about 4 or 5 people on them. But it's all love. It's all love. It's not.
Yeah, we gonna play basketball after that.
Yeah, but you gonna catch them things because everybody in the shot need to have them hands, and we was gonna test you to see if you had them hands.
Yeah, if you ain't got them hands, you buying butter cookies every day for lunch for everybody. You getting punked out every day. You remember those cookies though?
Man, listen, them butter cookies was fire. Man, what was they? 50 cents or 25 cents?
25 cents.
Boy, they had them in the
chocolate
cafeteria.
Milk. Oh,
we need that recipe. That was forget girls.
They sell them at convenient though, at the crib. What? Across from McDonald's. They sell them in the packages now. They the real deals. They sell them at convenient. Yeah. But yeah, back to look. Because people don't get it. They don't get it. Like, they don't get it, man.
I know.
Look, you went there, your mind, you start visualizing. I saw you. You was like,
yo, I had the little small carton of milk, ate that cookie, drank the milk with it. It melted. It melted with the milk impact on that joint.
And now let me tell you real Chicago. How about the peanut butter and jelly cram crack? The cram
and that aluminum wrap.
Yeah, and the silver wrap.
Where did you find that jelly at? That jelly is like no other jelly.
It don't exist. Man. It don't exist nowhere but it's Chicago public school system.
Man, look, people used to be like, man, I don't eat that school lunch. Boy, I was breaking that lunch in half.
I used to eat the bubble boat. Remember the pizza boats it was like a taco shell but pizza almost. The pizza boats. They used to have, man, listen, y'all need
you remember the rectangle rectangle pizza with all the little
The
meat on there.
rectangle
We didn't know
pizza.
what that
That's
meat
the
was.
best pizza. Man, listen.
That was
You
fire.
know what? Even at Brenneman, we used to gamble before lunchtime when we knew it was pizza day. Especially Durrell, must love the Durrell. Peyton must love the Durrell.
Yeah.
He lost a lot of pizza messing with me.
Listen. But it was great time. It was great. It was challenging.
Yeah.
Our families were struggling, struggling to keep up on things, but they never let us all feel it all the way. We still had somewhere to lay our head. We still had food. We still had each other. We still were creative. We were just creating the things. And I was giving you your props back in '99. You exposed me to a lot of like Dr. Malachi York books. A lot of these things were the hidden societies. A lot of these things, like the Constitution, how we don't uphold the Constitution, and some of the Supreme Courts and the local courts don't uphold the Constitution because we're under jurisdiction of the military. Man, it was a lot of information I was learning, man. It was just like whoa. But then we formulated that. We started mixing our knowledge with the rap. It was almost like
that's when we started taking off.
It was almost like we was 5%ers and stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, you all listen. It's now this is where it's about to start. So we're gonna stop because you're gonna come back for part 2. We're gonna stop from where we met the angel on the lake, 999 day. Hey, 999 day.
999s.
999 day.
Life changing.
999. I'm trying to tell y'all way before Juice World and all of this stuff. This is 1999. 999 day, wasn't it? It was all nines on that day.
All 9. September 9th, 1999.
Literally, all nines. And so we're going to continue from there because that's where it's going to be a detailed story. Today we were just, I always love to chop it up with my brother, but I want y'all to get to meet him a little bit, a quick synopsis. He's very intelligent, mixed with the hood and spiritual. See, that's where you're supposed to be. Have all equal one. That's where we are over here.
God's gangsters.
Yeah, you can't exactly. You can't have one without the other.
The scriptures say, do ye not know that you are the temple of the Most High? The temple, that means your physical being is where God resides within, unless you run him out.
Whoa. That part, he said, unless you run him out.
Unless you run him out. You run out of God, fam. There's no more God in you.
Wow. Damn, that's deep.
And then you know who your father is. Then you know who your father is after that.
Hey, listen, you all, and y'all, I can't wait. I can't wait. So we're going to continue from when we met a real angel. I don't care if nobody don't believe us or not, but you know what happened. You know what happened.
I was there. And that's why we went and got the tattoos.
Literally.
That's
right
why
after.
The tattoos
literally,
came about.
we left. We met this angel. Okay. But literally, I can't wait. So part 2. Hey, much love. Give it up for my brother, y'all brother, George, Faro, the Phantom Stewart. Let's go. All right. And then also, you got new projects going on. I know your album coming out. Y'all need to go. Please go visit. Tell them when they go check out your music, man. Because y'all got to hear this, man.
I'm on Facebook as George Stewart, or I'm at Instagram as Shy Kango.
Shy
Kango. So
and then also too, we're gonna start putting his stuff on blessedtobechosen.com too. Within a couple of days, be checking it out. The bottom of the sponsorship page and our music page. So check it out too. Blessedtobechosen.com. You can catch George Faro the Phantom Stewart music. Check it out, y'all. Please go to his page. For real, man. And also, too, be looking forward in the future. We're going to put together, he's already, like you said, did you say you put together a curriculum already?
I put together, I'm working on a curriculum, starting with the basics.
Okay.
For investment in stock market and then crypto. Crypto is so big right now and it's so volatile. So people are scared of it. So once you understand the bottom principles of it and the application and how, because people thinking it's like a physical coin, or how do you spend it? So they want to know all of these intricate things because
blockchain.
They can't put their minds around it because they used to fiat currency. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to walk them through it. Right now, XRP is looking like the world's banker's coin. So everybody's like rallying into this. Today it dropped to like almost $1.70, and they're predicted to hit like maybe 150 within 2 years, 3 years. So, a lot of this investment is long term. You're not just gonna put your money in
see it instantly, right?
Take it out next month because you made some money.
Right.
You could do that possibly because a lot of people making money off of meme coins, but you can lose a lot of money. It's all of this stuff is speculation. So you got to
Hey,
do
hold
your
on.
due
See,
diligence.
save that for the See, this is the type of stuff you are that you see what I mean?
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. This is why I say there's no excuse for no one. For I see how when this man come from, his wealth, his knowledge, and how he now listen to him. I don't even know some of the language he talking about. You know what I mean? The forfeitures and the clubs. It sounds good. I'm gonna be in the classes too. I told you I'm a better student than I am a teacher.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be in those classes front row. I'm gonna be right there with everybody else. So
And
you all,
we're gonna start recording them when we start having them live. And my goal was to use the library. That way I can get like people who never thought about investing, our community, especially our community.
right.
I would love to engage with our community and then start working on these things and then
So
start
hey,
moving to a bigger platform.
so be ready. Get used to his face, y'all.
Also, I got a book.
Go ahead.
I got 2 books coming out. One called Powerful Poems, and the other one is The Man Behind the Wheel. So, and that talks about a lot of things. The Powerful Poem is just the collective thoughts and ideas that I've had over the years. I've been writing since 94, where I started putting the pen down and started really digging into my intellect. And then
No
The Man
doubt.
Behind the Wheel is based off my experience in transportation. I've been in transportation now for like 22 years, and just basically giving my testimony on how I elevated through corporation, just like I did in the streets, because I ran my own businesses and I had my own money and I was my own
Right.
manager and my own boss. So these
No
these
doubt.
these ways that I navigate these systems, you got to learn the systems and navigate them. And then also the 48 laws of power, utilizing a lot of stuff it taught in there.
Hey, so look, so y'all get ready. And then also too, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna extend my platform to a lot of brothers and young entrepreneurs. If you want to be represented, just you have a product, if you're a young entrepreneur, you can't afford marketing, anything like that. We're going to start a program for young entrepreneurs to help promote your product and whatever you have. So get in contact with us. You can get in contact with me on Facebook, or you can go to Blessed to Be Chosen. You can email me. Y'all know how to get in contact with me. So, and also you'll be catching his books when they are published on blessedtobechosen.com. Also, and go to the link to wherever he's selling his books, through Amazon, Barnes & Noble, everything. So we need to help sharpen each other out. So I'm gonna be using my platform and whatever I can do to help, and we need to help each other. So let's go, you all. I'm going to pray us out. And I also want to thank Wamshi Incorporated. I also want to thank NPS, Fusion Ministries, BACATEE Incorporated, all our brothers and sisters around the world. Also, I want to thank people who've been helping with the water purification program. Those who already started off in Pakistan, we love you, brothers and sisters. Narrow Path in Pakistan. It's going great. So you all, let's just keep the momentum going. And we love you all. I want to say, dear Heavenly Father, I just thank you for another great episode with your son and my brother. Father, just let the words and the fellowship be utilized for someone that can spark change in them. So we already thank you in advance for that. We thank you for your hedge of protection and what you're doing for us, the things you're doing behind the scenes, and we can't even fathom it. But just give us the preparation to be obedient so we can accept it. So we love you so much, Father, for your most wonderful gift, your son, Yahshua, also known as Jesus Christ, by way of the Holy Spirit. Wamshi. Give it up once again.
Make sure you guys like and share this. Like and share this. And then invite people in. We can make this a big community and we can share information quickly, because the quicker you use this information and the application of it, the more you'll see success.
Hey, man, I couldn't even say it better. That was powerful, my brother. Hey, Wamshi, talk to you soon, Joe.
All
love
right.
you, Joe.
Appreciate it. Love
Let's
you.
go.